Hello, my name is Dawn Casey. Today we're going to talk about the 5 best ways to invest in your career today to make the biggest difference for tomorrow. You know, when we talk about education, learning new skills or honing existing skills or earning certifications or degrees, we often talk in terms of just money rather than investment. You know, the most successful people in the world are continuous learners. Whatever they're into, they continue to put money into getting even better at it. It is an ongoing process to be successful, not a one-time stop. Now, whenever you're looking at propelling yourself forward, it's always an investment because it makes you better, stronger, more qualified, more competent. It is an investment in your potential. You know, the richest places on the planet are not the oil fields in the Middle East. It's not the diamond fields in Africa. It is the graveyard, believe it or not. People who have never realized their dreams or aspirations. Those people died without realizing their full potential. Rich with promise and potential, but unfulfilled. Don't let that be you. This is why it's important to continue to invest in yourself, because you're worth it. And to become the best version of yourself, you need to invest in yourself. Today, we're going to talk about the 5 ways to invest in your career, which ultimately is investing in who you are today. Let's get started. Hello and welcome. My name is Dawn Casey with over 20 years of leading human resource departments and the recruitment function. I now help people with their career challenges, changes, and of course questions. This is the Career Rescue Coach YouTube channel. What makes this channel a little bit different is that I've been helping employees navigate the career waters for over 20 years now. And I've been very successful in my own career. I like to share my stories, my human resource adventures throughout all my videos with you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and be sure to subscribe. Let's get started to the 5 best ways to invest in your career today. Early in my career, I was given some really great advice about my education. Someone told me that no matter what education, schooling, training that you pursue, make sure you get something in the end to show for all your time and effort put in. Whether that's a certificate, a degree, walk away with something. You know, well, that was really good advice at that time. Things have really changed today. There's a multiple way to invest in your future. It's nice to be able to walk away with something, but sometimes the experience is as important as that piece of paper. I also don't believe that going to traditional college is the only path anymore. There are a variety of training courses out there, mentor programs, online courses, seminars, etc. Different ways to get an education. The list is really quite exhaustive. So, in looking back in my career, here are the top 5 things I would recommend for anyone to invest in. These are the same things I would recommend to my younger self if I could. Number 1, invest in your strengths. Learn your strengths and then develop those until they are formidable. Become so good at them that you become known for them. When you're really good at what you do, word gets out and opportunities appear out of nowhere. Become that expert. You know, it's funny how at work many managers will continue to coach to weaknesses rather than strengths. You know, weaknesses at the very best will maybe improve slightly, but they'll always be someone's weakness. So it's much better to spend the time and energy developing what you're really good at and become spectacular at it. As an example, some people have the gift of gab and can sell snow to an Eskimo. I swear, those people should focus on that gift and really develop it. The world always needs a good salesperson who can close the deal. Number 2, invest in soft skills. Invest in the soft skills like interpersonal communication, persuasion, mediation, teamwork, creating connection, because these skills will get you further than any technical skills you could ever acquire. These are the skills that every employer needs and that everyone simply needs to succeed in life. While it may seem some of these skills are something you pick up along the way, you'd be amazed at how many people really struggle with these skills. Now, take classes, courses, and seminars around these soft skills. Grow your soft skills to a point that people come to you for advice on how to handle situations. The better you are at the soft skills, the more you'll excel in your career and in life. You know, as an example, I once knew a young man that was excellent at creating connection with people that he met. He seemed to make friends everywhere he went. He knew how to connect to people, and they really loved him. This skill continually got him noticed at work, and he was often promoted in his work because everyone liked working with him. Not a bad skill to possess. Number 3, invest in relationships with the right people. Now, what I mean by the right people are those that are successful, those that go after life, and those that inspire you. If you make friends with people like this, you can't help but be successful. This also extends into building relationships within your industry and your field. The more people that you know, the better you can grow your career and experience opportunities that others might not have come their way. Get to know your LinkedIn network. Talk to people at conferences and trainings. Develop those contacts. Make friends with those people that you admire and want to be like. I once knew a young woman who was full of promise and potential. She had just a great attitude and always seemed to be doing well, and she seemed to be going places. However, she surrounded herself with the wrong people. They weren't necessarily very nice, they weren't very successful, and a lot of her friends were partiers. You know, years later I ran into her, and she still had that light about her, but she just hadn't accomplished much in life. She was still living in the same old neighborhood, and she had not really gone on to do much with her life. I always wondered what would have happened to her if she surrounded herself with the right people. Number 4, invest in coaches and mentors. You know, all of my life I've had coaches and mentors, and it made a huge difference. It's nice to have someone in your corner that guides you through the terrain rather than you having to figure it out all on your own. Seriously. I've had some very good female managers also along the way that has helped guide me throughout my career, so I was fortunate there too. Not to mention, coaches and mentors are also part of that network of successful relationships that we were talking about earlier. You never know when a new opportunity will pop up as a result of one of your coaches and mentors. You know, for many years I was an ice skater. I had some really great coaches that inspired me, and coaches that pushed me beyond what I thought was even possible for me to do. Many of those lessons I went on and applied to life. Coaches and mentors push you to succeed, even when you don't think you can. I was glad for the coaches I had throughout my life, and I know you would be too. Number 5, become certified. Becoming certified in your field lends credibility to your skills and talents. Every field has some type of certifying body. While a degree is good to have, depending upon your field, certifications are often better because it's very specific to what you specialize in on a daily basis. A certification confirms you know what is needed to technically do your job in your field. Often these certifying bodies have designations that you can also attach to your name. It's so impressive to have these as part of your resume. It means you invested the time to become really good at what you do. You know, I once met a young man who was certified in mediation. He had earned his master's degree in communication, and he went on to get certified even after he graduated. He was so bright. He was an excellent communicator, and he was a pleasure to work with, and he was definitely going places. And I always wondered what happened to that young man because he certainly set himself up for success. If you found this video helpful, be sure to check out my other videos to include the success mindset. I think you'll really enjoy that video. So we've talked about the term investing and why it's important to invest in yourself. We then talked about the top 5 ways to invest in yourself and your career. Please remember to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to check out the Career Rescue Coach Facebook page for great articles and advice. And be sure to share your comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys out there. And here's my social media addresses for you to connect and visit with me in other places. And thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Dawn Casey. As a Career Rescue Coach, remember, change your job, change your life. Be safe and be well.